Hi there, I'm Holly McDonald with the Costa Mesa Pod, where we talk about all things concerning the lifestyle, businesses, and activities that make Costa Mesa such a great place to live. Today I have Linnea with Golden Hour Skin Co. And Linnea, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so do you want to tell people a little bit about your business?
Yes, so I am the owner of Golden Hour Skin Co. I have been a licensed esthetician for, oh my gosh, going on 9 years now. So I've been in the industry for a little while, decided just about 2 years ago that it was time to do it all myself. So I picked a couple of my favorite services, and that's what I offer. So I do custom spray tans and body sugaring. And for those who don't know, body sugaring is very similar to body waxing. It's just slightly less painful and a little bit more beneficial for your skin, but still a good method of hair removal. Originally from San Bernardino, I moved out here, I want to say 10 years ago, straight to the Balboa Peninsula, lived my wild 20s running around doing crazy stuff. And then about 8 years ago, 9 years ago, got my license and just kind of stayed in this little area where, Costa Mesa, Newport, it's a very prominent area for these type of things. Like you said, events are all the time and baby showers and stuff. So it's a good area for my clientele to be.
Good point too. And I think it's worth noting that a lot of times when people are young and moving out here for the first time and they want to be where all the action is, like the peninsula is really a prime spot for that because there's always something going on. It's a beach city at its core. But then you get to a point where you're like, I'm kind of over this now.
I need some structure. I don't want to see people skateboarding by my car at 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah. So, but what brought you out this way? Was it just like you want to see the
So
beach?
it was a guy I was dating.
Hey, we all do it.
Right. I mean, I'm grateful for it. We're no longer together. It's been many years since that. But by the time we had split up, I was like, I've already made a home out here. There's no going back to the IE. It was 6 years, I think, at that point. So it just made sense. I was already an esthetician. I was already kind of getting the idea of getting my business running. And it just made more sense that my clientele was here. So, he brought me out here, but I stayed on my own.
I want to talk a little bit just kind of tying your business into the lifestyle that we cater to here in Southern California and Orange County specifically. So, what do you find that people enjoy about your services?
Me. They enjoy me. I think that I bring a really good vibe and a good rapport into my suite. It's a really comfortable space. There's a lot of nudity that goes on in my business. We're doing spray tans, we're doing sugaring. I primarily specialize in Brazilians, which is the entire pubic region. So there's a lot of nudity. There's room to feel a little vulnerable here. So I think what kind of sets me apart is you don't have those worries, those fears, those reservations when you come in. You right away feel comfortable. You feel safe. You feel secure. This is a nice, safe environment for you to just use me as a therapist, use me as your sugaring technician, your spray tan tech. I try to make it as customizable and as friendly and personable as possible, which kind of separates other businesses. I think, it's just me. I don't have any employees. I don't have anybody else. So it's just me.
So I wanted to ask you, it's sort of a lame question maybe, but you addressed it on your website and I think it's worth putting out there. We live in Southern California. We've got sun like 355 days of the year. Why would you need a spray tan?
Because you don't want to damage your skin. First and foremost, like the sun is beautiful. We love it. We need our vitamin D, but it is dangerous. It is very dangerous. And if you're anything like me, naturally pale, almost translucent, the sun is lethal. I go outside for 10 minutes and I burn and then I'm red and then I'm beautifully bronzed for like a day and then I'm back to pale. So this is a guarantee. You're always going to get the shade you want. You're always going to leave with a tan. Tan lines are optional. It's just so much better than the sun.
Yeah, and also like in our area, a lot of people do have like events and stuff that they want to go to, what they're best for. I mean, there's like weddings year round here.
Weddings, proms, all the things.
Yeah, weddings, baby showers, proms, you're right. And like, even though we do live in an area where it is sunny all the time, it's not necessarily like tanning weather. And like you said, I mean, like for the health benefits, you also mentioned that the sugaring is a little bit more health beneficial as well in certain ways.
Yeah. So with waxing, it is, it's a stick and you're putting it on and then you're using a strip to get it off. And if you can't get the hair off in that one area, that's kind of your only shot because it is so harsh on the skin. If you keep going over it, numerous times, it's gonna bruise you, it's gonna thin you. It's just not good. So with sugaring, there's actually even a little less waste when it comes to product. There's no sticks, there's no strips. It's just my hands. It's a lot more personable because I can get in those little areas. And because it is so much safer for your skin, I can go over this area as many times as I need to get every single hair. So it's smoother on the skin, it's safer for your skin, it's not pulling, and you don't have the risk of burning. My sugar's never going to be hot enough to where you're going to feel any type of burn or not even too much warmth really. So it's
Yeah,
just a lot more
less
beneficial.
painful, better all around in certain ways. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. It's still a form of removal that's ripping the hair out of the follicle. So there will be some pain, but you're reducing the heat factors and the burn factors and the thinning of the skin factors. So it's a lot safer, a little bit less painful, and a lot more beneficial.
So in an area where, there's a lot of like beauty and fitness and just like lifestyle, how do you decide to start a business where there are so many competing businesses?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always just kind of been infatuated with the beauty industry. Out of high school, never went to college, went straight to Cosmo school, tried to get my cosmetology license. And from there, I was doing lashes and then went to aesthetic school. So I always knew I was going to be in beauty somewhere. I was surprised I ended up in skincare. I'll be honest with that. I always thought I was going to be a cosmetologist. Clearly, I don't know how to do hair, but I've always been in like some realm of the beauty industry.
Yeah.
So it is very, very overly saturated. I will say that. Like Orange County is very overly saturated for aesthetics and beauty. I mean, in a sense, that's kind of what Orange County represents, is like beauty and aesthetic and everything is golden and beautiful. So it makes sense that I would want to be out here, but it is overly saturated. It is very difficult to try to be like, no, come to me versus over there. But that's why I kind of picked just two services. So I wasn't overwhelming my clients. I wasn't giving you a ton of options. It's custom spray tans, which can be as light as you want or as dark as you want. And it's sugar hair removal, it's just those two basic things that I'm hoping, oh, I need sugaring done. Like I know exactly where to go. That's where she specializes. Instead
Yeah.
of being like, oh, well, they do this and they do facials and they do nails. It to me that gets overwhelming. So
No,
it's like
I mean,
maybe
I
if I
guess
just pick two, it'll narrow it
that's
down a
really
little
smart.
bit.
And then you kind of stand out just because those are your specialties, essentially.
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
just honing in on those two crafts,
Yeah.
perfecting it. Like this is where you come for those two services. For being an overly saturated area, we're still so much in demand.
Yes.
Like it's yeah, Orange County is such a good spot. And I feel like Orange County too is like, well, it's so expensive. And a lot of young people like myself, I was 22 when I moved right to
Yeah.
the peninsula, got humbled so quick with the price of living. It's kind of like the area for side hustles. So it's like people love entrepreneurs here. We love small businesses.
Yes.
We really are such a good community of like, let me support your small business. Give me your card. What's your Instagram? I love
You
it.
are so right about that. No, absolutely. And then where can people find you or any specials or any like tips for how to preserve your spray tan or whatnot, whatever you put out
Yes.
there?
So I do have a website, goldenhourskinco.com. I do have my Instagram, goldenhourskinco_. I do have a TikTok. TikTok is so hard. TikTok is so hard.
Okay.
So
Tell me
it's not
about
my
it.
best work, but you can find me on TikTok as well. The website and the Instagram both have a ton of knowledge and little bits of how to preserve your tans, how to prep for your tans, how to prep for sugaring, your Brazilians, all of those things. So there's tons of knowledge. I'm accessible pretty much 24/7, email, text, DMs, all of my info is on the website, on the Instagram. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out right to me. I respond very quickly.
Yeah, so anybody who's looking to get tanned or get sugared, you know where to go. Go to Golden
Golden Hour
Co.
Skin Co.
Awesome. Well, Linnea, thank you so much, and I
Thank
wish you
you.
the
I
best of
appreciate
luck with
it.
your business. And
Thank you. You know where to come if you ever need a service.
absolutely. All right. Well, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.